Sings. This is Censest. Unusual events keep happening in Germany. In Germany, the far-right Alternative for Germany party now has the highest approval rating. The situation is becoming serious. Is this the beginning of a massive political tsunami that will sweep across all of Europe, or is it just a brief incident? Today, let's take a closer look at this topic. Let's get right into it. A recent public opinion poll is shaking up German politics. This recent survey, conducted by the German daily newspaper Bild, clearly shows the dramatic changes in the German political landscape. The current ruling coalition of the Christian Democratic Union and the Christian Social Union remains at 25% support, while the Alternative for Germany, known for its far-right tendencies, has reached 26%, making it the leading party in terms of support. This figure is the highest the AfD has recorded since its founding in 2013, and it is being evaluated as a new turning point in German political history. What stands out even more is the approval ratings of the other major parties. The center-left Social Democratic Party, which has traditionally been a major pillar of German politics, recorded 15%, showing a significant decline in its presence. The Green Party and the Left Party, despite supporting climate action and eco-friendly policies, only received 11% approval each. This is a sharply lower figure compared to the past, which is interpreted as a sign of public distrust and fatigue toward the established political forces as a whole. These survey results are being seen as a signal indicating the direction in which German society is currently moving. The rise of the Alternative for Germany party means more than higher approval ratings. Economic instability, immigration, and disillusionment with established politics are driving people away from mainstream parties. Whether this poll will turn out to be a short-term phenomenon or a sign of a fundamental change in the German political landscape depends on the political situation going forward. However, it is clear that the political choices of the German people are changing from the past. On top of that, support for the Alternative for Germany party is gradually expanding. The Alternative for Germany party originally had significant influence only in the former East German regions. In the former West German regions, they were not able to gain much power, but recently they have been significantly expanding their influence even in the West. Recently, local elections were held in Germany. The election occurred 4 months after Chancellor Merz took office, with the Christian Democratic Union clearly maintaining its lead. However, there is an aspect that needs to be looked at more closely, and that is the approval rating of the Alternative for Germany party. For example, if you look at the results of the local elections in North Rhine-Westphalia, the Christian Democratic Union led with 33.3%, followed by the Social Democratic Party at 22.1% and Alternative for Germany at 14.5% in third place. Just by looking, you might wonder if they faced a total defeat, but in North Rhine-Westphalia, Alternative for Germany previously had little influence here, earning only single-digit results in past elections, but this time they reached 14.5%. As a result, the German daily FAG called this local election a bland victory for the Christian Democratic Union. Alternative for Germany's vote share rose significantly, especially in other West German regions. Because of this, it is being evaluated not as a temporary phenomenon, but as the establishment of a solid support base. There are several complex factors behind the Alternative for Germany's support expanding so widely, but above all, the structural problems currently facing German society are playing a major role in the background. The main issue is immigration. Since the mid-2010s, Germany has taken in many refugees and immigrants. In particular, a significant number of refugees came due to instability in the Middle East. During this process, both expectations and concerns existed within German society. There were expectations that the labor shortage could be resolved and diversity could be expanded, but at the same time, there were constant concerns about social conflicts and cultural clashes. Over time, immigration issues became real conflicts in daily life. Media reported some immigrants committing crimes. In certain areas, public anxiety grew as security concerns and cultural clashes occurred. As cases grew where Germany's values weren't respected and outside norms were imposed, anti-immigration sentiment rapidly increased. Amid this trend, the Alternative for Germany party made hardline pledges like fully deporting illegal immigrants. As the established parties failed to present clear solutions, their direct and straightforward message resonated strongly with many citizens. In particular, as the number of immigrants increased rapidly, anxiety grew even more. The share of foreign origin residents in Germany rose from 15% in 2017 to 22% in 2024. Because this change was felt not just as a simple statistic, but as a real part of daily life, the voice of the Alternative for Germany party sounded much louder than before. On top of that, the worsening economic situation fueled the fire even more. The German economy has experienced a slowdown in growth for several years, and the cost of living has steadily increased. COVID-19 disrupted supply chains and raised living costs for many people. The war in Ukraine sent energy prices soaring and hurt the German economy. Germany is called the largest economic power in Europe, but in reality, the living conditions that people experience are becoming increasingly difficult. Job insecurity, future uncertainty, and political distrust have increased disappointment with established parties. The Alternative for Germany party, demanding a full system overhaul, naturally attracted attention as an outlet for dissatisfaction. The rise in support for the Alternative for Germany party goes beyond the simple growth of a political party. This reflects widespread anxiety, frustration, and fatigue with established politics across German society. While the existing parties have failed to provide practical solutions to social issues and economic crises, the Alternative for Germany party is filling that gap and rapidly expanding its political influence. Anti-immigrant sentiment is spreading across Europe. As a result, it's becoming increasingly common for far-right parties to top the polls. In Italy and the Netherlands, anti-immigrant or far-right parties have gained power. All of the big three European countries, Britain, France, and Germany, now have far-right or anti-immigrant parties leading in polls, showing this is a Europe-wide issue, not just a single country's problem. In France, the far-right party National Rally is leading the polls with over 30% support. In the United Kingdom anti-immigrant party Reform United Kingdom now polls at 29%, over 7 points ahead of the ruling party. In Germany, the Alternative for Germany party is topping the polls. For the first time, far-right or anti-immigrant parties are leading simultaneously in the United Kingdom, France, and Germany. Chancellor Merz of Germany was very concerned about the rise of the Alternative for Germany party. Currently, the Alternative for Germany party is close behind him. Chancellor Merz of Germany is also trying to persuade voters by putting forward tough policies on refugees, but it seems that voters are not easily giving their support. Chancellor Merz's approval is at 29%, his lowest since taking office. On May 2, 2025, the German Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution labeled the Alternative for Germany party as extremist, leading the government to monitor the party with wiretapping and surveillance. But because Alternative for Germany is so powerful, there was significant backlash. Just 6 days after designating it as a right-wing extremist organization, they decided to reconsider the measures for now. A recent Allensbach survey found that 52% of Germans opposed the government's plan to ban the Alternative for Germany party. This highlights the growing influence of the Alternative for Germany party. Germany's future political situation is more complex and unpredictable than ever. Support for the Alternative for Germany party has grown so much that it can no longer be seen as just a temporary trend. This suggests deep dissatisfaction and anxiety in German society are now being expressed politically. Division in German society may deepen as conflict between supporters and opponents of the Alternative for Germany party intensifies. Younger people and those in former East Germany often support the Alternative for Germany party, while middle-aged, older people and those in former West Germany are more favorable toward immigration. Subtle generational and regional conflicts are slowly emerging in Germany. If these divisions become entrenched, German society is likely to show a divided landscape not only in political choices but also in everyday life. The main concern is how this could affect European politics, as Germany is the European Union's central country and economic pillar. If Alternative for Germany gains power or real influence, the European Union's cohesion could be severely disrupted. Alternative for Germany has openly expressed its skepticism toward the European Union and has made its opposition to climate change response policies and joint refugee policies very clear. If Germany follows this course, it is highly likely that its influence will expand to other member states such as France, Italy, and the Netherlands. This could lead to a direct clash between division and integration forces in the European Union. The biggest issue is that it is hard to rule out the possibility that Germany's own democratic system may also be put to the test. Germany's Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution labeled the Alternative for Germany party extremist and increased surveillance, which appears to have caused a backlash. From the supporters' perspective, they feel oppressed for their political choices and are rallying together. In the end, as controversies over political oppression and debates about freedom of expression become entangled, German society may find the credibility and limitations of its democratic system put to the test at the same time. The future of German politics won't be easily defined as a clear win or loss for any side. Alternative for Germany's rise will push existing parties to find new solutions and change Europe's political landscape. It's clear that Germany's current reality can no longer be explained by its past political stability. Germany and Europe have entered a new phase, likely to deeply influence world politics for years. I hope this impact is positive. What are your thoughts on the rise of the Alternative for Germany party? Share in the comments. That's it for this video, thanks.